My name is Katrina McCullough, founder of Whole Family ADHD. We work with parents of children who have ADHD to overcome struggles and stigmas and form a more cohesive family unit. You will hear me over and over say, we hope to meet you and your pack real soon. But what on earth is a pack? It's a formula for creating and nurturing connection and harmony in your family unit. It's about honoring individuality, allowing space, understanding each other's needs, especially for those with ADHD, creating consistency and strengthening your family bond. I love acronyms, so there are actually two different acronyms for PACK. One centered on creating an emotional connection with your family, what that means and how it's achieved, while the second is on the tactical approach to creating routines, plans, and strengthening communication in your household. These two are strongly interdependent on each other. Having a strong connection helps keep the plans running smooth, while having the plans and routines help you stay ahead of triggers and nurture those connections. So we'll start with the first acronym for PACK, the family connection. P stands for two things actually, patience and playfulness. Patience is a super parenting skill. ADHD requires an inordinate amount of patience. Patience for your children, for yourself, for your significant other, for those in your life who may or may not understand what you're going through. Every parent needs patience, but parents of children with ADHD need a superhuman amount. We get you, we feel you. But that doesn't mean you can't also have fun. Keep it playful for your children and for you. Studies prove that play increases cognitive learning. Play makes the hard things we have to do more fun. Play makes you feel safe even when navigating through challenging times. The more you can teach your children to integrate playfulness, the more they'll integrate it into their lives as adults. A is one of my favorites. This is for awareness. This is growing your awareness of your emotional center, your emotional energy, and how that impacts your children. What energy your interactions individually and collectively are creating in your home. Take a moment to observe without judgment and without trying to assume the why behind some of the interactions, without trying to look for evidence for your assumptions, without trying to assign what is right and what is wrong. That is what it means to be present, to be conscious. We take our own baggage out of a situation and we find our grounding and we just observe. Oftentimes when we do this, the easiest path to resolution becomes so much more clear. We gain control of our emotional center and then we can help our children gain control of theirs. The awareness of how much more control you have over the energy of your home, that awareness that you are whole, that you are worthy, that you are loved, that your kids are whole, worthy, and loved. Give yourself the gift of awareness. And C is for compassion. This is the recognition and empathy of one's struggle and the allowance of space to go through and overcome the struggle. So we're going to pause here. Everyone is entitled to their own feelings in the face of their own struggle. Sometimes we can inadvertently dismiss a child's feelings because their struggle seems overly dramatic, not that big of a deal. But this doesn't teach our children how to overcome struggles. It teaches them that their feelings are not important or not valid. Compassion is the recognition that their struggle is real to them. And we as super parents need to be compassionate as we help them overcome the struggle. Compassion is also forgiveness. Forgiveness for your children, for yourself, for whomever else needs it in your life. We seek to understand root causes of behavior. What is this negative behavior attempting to communicate? Is it the need for love or the need to feel safe? When we know the answer to that, we know how to best serve our higher selves and our family. And the K is for kindness, and this is putting compassion into action. We should always strive to come from a place of kindness. Imagine if every time you had a bad day at home, someone made you tea and gave you a nice space to relax. Or if you had a bad day at work, your boss treated you to a coffee and told you that this was just one day out of many good days. Mind blown, right? We need to treat our children the way we want the world to treat us. They will grow up offering that to the world. And some of you may say, that's not how the real world works. But the real world is what we make it. What our children are going to make it. Show your children how to create a better real world. So that's the first acronym. The second's a little more tactical, how to organize the family plan. I want to stress that these are not in order, and in fact, I'm going to go through them out of order. They really should be used all together interactively. They're just in this order because that's how PAC is spelled. The P is for two words again, plan and being proactive. What structure and routine works best for your family? What processes and workflows ensure the best results? You can tell I'm a project manager. And best results, we just mean less triggers, more space to get things done, more space for play, the ability to stay connected. Work together over time to develop a plan and structure that maximizes success, happiness, and flow. The goal is ease and forming healthy habits so more of these required activities become second nature and use less of our complex thinking brain, so we have more free time and space for conquering new challenges and having more fun. I'm actually going to jump to K because the rest of these really depend on knowing. Knowing is twofold. Know your family. Their strengths, their personalities, their communication style, lagging skills, triggers. Sometimes we take for granted that our children are a lot like us. We made them after all, but they're not. Even if they're similar, they are their own beautiful, unique people. Get to know them. We will help you with this. But I will tell you the best way to get to know your children is also by getting to know your true, authentic self first. Your personality, your love languages, strengths, your own lagging skills. That is the cornerstone of what we offer. And number two for knowing is make sure everyone knows the plan. How frustrating is it when someone says, but I didn't know? In the successful family pack, everyone knows the plan, contributes to the adaptation, and participates in all of the decisions. Calendars are printed, workflows are hung. We have templates for these. Both are reviewed and repeated continuously. Remember, patience is a superpower. Nothing is assumed or taken for granted. And over time, everyone learns their role and can begin to have accountability for their own actions. It doesn't mean that it will always run smoothly, but it is a huge step in the right direction. So now we're going to jump back to A, and A is for adaptation. How you navigate together when the plan falls apart. You're running late, you have nothing for dinner, a party ran over, you're just having a bad day. The stronger your family connection, the quicker you can adapt when a plan goes wrong and avoid meltdowns. Adaptation requires that base knowledge of each individual of your family, the knowing we just talked about. What are their triggers? Hunger, overstimulation, lack of sleep. What is the minimum required effort you as a parent need to do to ensure everyone's needs are met? When needs are met, even if the plan falls apart, you're still ensuring some family cohesion. You can just be very honest when these moments occur. It is fine to say, hey kiddos, plan fell apart today. I'm having a bad day. We're all just gonna get through this together and tomorrow can be a better day. That is normal. That's advocating for yourself and teaching your children that it's okay for them to do the same. If you're a strong pack, you'll weather it just fine. And that leads to C, and of course, C is for communication. Have an open flow of communication, again, without judgment. Communicate the plan and then solicit feedback on the plan. Work together to build the plan. Allow space for everyone in your family to tell you what is working and what is not working for them. When things change, talk about why they are changing, how they are changing, what the expected result or the ideal win could be. Communicate expectations to each other and allow honest reactions to those expectations. The family pack never assumes, always openly communicates. So that's the family pack. These do not have to be achieved all at once. That's how we at Whole Family ADHD help step by step. Strengthening the family pack really does serve two purposes. Number one, creating connection, joy, and harmony in your households now and more in the future, but also modeling this for your children now, so as they grow into adults, they will have the ability to create healthy packs of their own, be it their friends, colleagues, or when they start their own family. Remember, they can create their own real world. So if you're thinking, wow, that would be amazing, you're right, it is. And if you're thinking, wow, that seems impossible, it's not. Reach out and let us begin the journey of helping you and your family form a strong pack. For more information, hop over to our Facebook page, Whole Family ADHD, or my website, www.wholefamilyadhd.com, and get to know us a little better. We look forward to seeing you and your pack here real soon.